everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to do chicken meatballs with Wong Apa or long Chinese cabbage. Okay, so you'll need, I'm using a little bit of minced chicken. You can use other types of mince if you like minced beef and so on. So I'm using minced chicken. You need a bit of corn flour, black pepper, 1 onion, a bit of garlic and some ginger, and of course the Chinese cabbage, Wong Apa. Okay, so we'll start. Okay, so we'll start with the cabbage, or the long cabbage, or the Wong Apa as they call it. Alright, so what I did is I cut the stem of it, okay, and I washed it individually. Okay, so you got to make sure that you clean it up here, because sometimes there's worms. Okay, sometimes there's worms, so you make sure that you cut off the stem and you wash each and every leaf individually, okay, because you don't want any extra you don't want any extra protein in your food. Okay, so as normal, you cut it down the middle like this, okay, and then you cut, say, roughly 1 inch or so. Okay, as usual, the leafy part, I've left it almost as is. Okay, this is the hard part, so just put it aside. Okay, so you do the same thing with the other cabbages. You know, doesn't matter if it's big or small. All of it, you cut down the stem like this, like so. Okay, like this. Okay, and then you cut it around about, say, 1 inch or half an inch or so. Okay, and then when you, as usual, when you come to the leafy part, I like to leave it like that. Okay, so you do the same for all the whole cabbage, but make sure you wash it properly. Okay, so I've put some salt and also some black pepper with the chicken, minced chicken. Okay, so I'm just going to mash it up and mix it well. You can do your own minced chicken if you like. As I said, you can also use other types of meat if you like. Okay, so I prefer chicken. Okay, so just give it a good mix. Okay, I'm using a small teaspoon to actually just kind of shape the ball. It's like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. You just like shape it in a small round ball. I'm using a teaspoon as a measurement. Okay, and then the corn flour, I'm just going to use it to, to seal it in, so it becomes like this. Okay, so you do this until you finish all your chicken balls. Alright, okay, so you boil some water in a pan or in a container that withstands fire. Okay, and then you add in your onions, ginger and garlic first. Alright, and then we'll leave it to boil, and then when it's bubbling, we'll add in the chicken meatballs. Okay, once it's bubbling like that, you can start to put in the chicken meatballs that you made. You can also, of course, buy your own chicken meatballs, but I like to make my own. Yeah, fresher. Yeah, you make your own, it's fresher. And you know what's inside of it, and no chemicals. Yeah, because when they make meatballs and they sell, of course they have to put preservatives and all, right? So nothing like making your own safe chicken meatballs, and it's not difficult. You saw how I, just put a bit of salt, a bit of pepper. If you want to add in other stuff, you can. Okay, so we leave it to boil until it's cooked, and then we add in the vegetables. And while it's boiling like that, you can add in salt to taste. Not too much, because the meatballs already has salt in it. Okay, so not too much of salt. So we can start putting in our long apa, or the long cabbage. Okay, and as I always say, this long cabbage is good for the health, because, like, say for instance, if you're feeling heaty or if you have a cough, This cabbage will help reduce your cough, and it's also good for those people, those gentlemen that drink and all that. This is very good for hangover, so you can actually do a kind of like a hangover soup for them. All right, so we'll just boil this and then we'll come back to it. Check on our soup. There we go. Okay, there you have it. Okay, you can switch out the fire. Okay, and there you have it. Chicken meatball soup with long apa, wong apa. Oops, sorry about that. So anyway, everyone, I hope that you'll try out my recipe. And as I said, it's all tried and tested recipes. And I hope you will like my video and subscribe to my channel if you've not already done so. Thank you everybody for joining me today. I hope you are well. Stay blessed. Thank you and goodbye.